Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Got a fish finding tip for you guys today, and it's something that has worked well for me when I'm faced with certain conditions. So I have a few hours here this afternoon on a small lake in Minnesota. I've never been here before. Pretty little lake. I mean, there's so many lakes. What is this? It's called the land of 10,000 lakes, I believe. At any rate, there's lakes everywhere. And this lake is just so beautiful, pine trees and other types of trees and vegetation and clear water and largemouth and smallmouth. When I'm faced with finding fish in a relatively quick manner and the place that I'm fishing isn't conducive to hard baits like square bills, jerk baits, top waters with treble hooks and different things like that, baits that are typically reactionary type baits, I have a go-to setup that has worked well for me for finding fish on lakes that I've never been to before, or out on a tournament trail when I know that I'm moving through an area and it looks fishy and I'm not getting fish to react to reaction type baits. Typically you want to move with more of your power fishing type stuff like your crankbaits and your square bills and your chatter baits and your buzz baits and your top waters, but sometimes the fish don't react to that. And in an effort not to fish over a group of fish or a fish holding area, it really pays to kind of fish a plastic bait in and around slower when they just don't really want to catch or really want to bite those horizontally moving baits. They want more of a vertical or bottom relating type presentation. So the bait that I'm talking about is a Yamamoto flapping hog. And my setup is really, it's a 4-aught owner jungle flipping hook, braided line. This is actually 65, I believe, but you could use 50, you could use 30 really. And then a 1/2 ounce or 3/8 ounce weight, typically tungsten. I peg it, and it's a flipping and pitching type presentation. But when I put a heavier weight, I get a faster fall and I can cover water more. I can just hit the high percentage targets quickly. It's kind of a fast-paced pitching type presentation. And I'm gonna rig it up with a flipping rod. This is my Phoenix Feather 7.7 extra heavy. It says extra heavy, but it's really kind of a moderate tip on it. It really has a good tip on it, so it enables me to, it's not an overpowering rod. But I'm going to pair it with the Bass Pro Shops Johnny Morris Platinum Signature Series reel, an 8:3-to-1 gear ratio, and really this is my setup. Just choosing a Yamamoto flapping hog. This is the larger of the two. Yamamoto makes a couple of different sizes, and I know I've talked about this bait in the past. This is my tournament box, and these are the colors that I really carry. Kind of up at the top is black and blue, and there's some green pumpkin red. There is, up here on this corner is a Tilapia Magic, but I've got different colors based on the water clarity or how bright the day is or different things like that, or what I think the fish might be foraging on. And I just select a color and just begin to cover water. My Power Pole Move goes from 0 to 20 in its selector dial for how much power you want to apply to the motor to make it move faster. And I'm on 10, so basically half. And I'm just covering water, hitting the high percentage targets like docks or reed clumps or any type of darker patches where a fish might set up an ambush. And this has been a presentation that's worked well for me. Again, I'm trying to find fish. I'm not necessarily wanting to catch them all, but I'm wanting to see if I'm in an area where there's some fish that are holding. The presentation for this Yamamoto flapping hog is basically hitting those high percentage targets. I let it go to the bottom, free falling on a slack line. Once it hits the bottom, I'm gonna hop it up once, hop it up twice, maybe a third time. If I don't get a bite, I'm reeling it in and making another presentation. That's how I can fish fast with a traditionally slow moving bottom bouncing type technique and use a faster trolling motor speed to cover water. And I've already caught 2 fish coming down this stretch with this presentation. It's just a great fish finding approach, presentation. It's just my setup for finding fish when either the cover won't allow me to fish faster moving target or baits through those targets and areas, or they just don't want to hit those baits that are horizontally moving. I pitched up under that dock and I was working it back out, and the fish was pretty aggressive, came out and just smoked it. But I had to pitch way back underneath there in order to get him. So I wanted to share this tip with you guys. It's something, again, that's worked for me several times. And I think a lot of times when you think of flipping and pitching soft plastics, you think of slow and methodical and time consuming, but you can move through an area quite quickly and potentially identify fish holding areas, fish holding targets, and catch some fish along the way. There's a good one. Got that Yamamoto flapping hog right there. Pretty fish. That's it for you guys today. Just a quick tip, something that's worked well for me. Try this out next time you're out on the water and you're trying to cover water and trying to find fish, but they don't eat those horizontally moving baits. Try a vertically dropping bait like a Yamamoto flapping hog, either the small one or the big one, and pretty soon you'll find that there's some fish in the area. Thank you for tuning into this YouTube channel. If you got anything out of it, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that. It's probably one of the better ways to help grow the channel. I would certainly appreciate it. As well, be sure to go over to the description section. I'll have links to my merch, Team Niggemeyer Fishing, my Facebook, Instagram, website, as well as a discount code for Amphibia iGear, patented Aircel floating frames with ANSI rated lenses. Hey, if you get some extra time, hit the water. Until next time, thanks for watching. Good fishing.